Ballislife gang, happy Tuesday, and welcome back to your favorite show, The Heat Check, brought to you by Ballislife. I'm your host, that girl, Kayla Nicole, and on this day in NBA history, Michael Jordan scored a game high of 35 points, giving him exactly 20,000 points in the 620th game of his NBA career. MJ was the second fastest to reach 20,000 points, behind the legendary Wilt Chamberlain. Now, without further ado, let's get into our first story of the day. First up, we've got the infuriating case of Mayori Davenport and her lost senior season. If you follow any part of the basketball social media community, you probably already are aware of the situation going down in Alabama regarding the eligibility of Charles Henderson High forward Mayori Davenport. The 6'4 senior has been a standout at Troy High School since her freshman season, leading the Trojans to a Class 5A state championship as a junior with averages of 18.2 points, 12 rebounds, and 5.1 blocks per game. Davenport also won a gold medal with USA Basketball at the FIBA Americas Under-18 Championships in August. Davenport, who is the 15th ranked player in ESPN's Hoop Girls Top 100, signed with Rutgers in November, but was ruled ineligible for her senior season by the Alabama High School Athletic Association because of a clerical error by USA Basketball. Okay, hang with me while we break it all down. USA Basketball provides stipend money for its players to cover things like lost wages or other employment opportunities while they're competing and representing their country. USA Basketball normally does its due diligence when checking with high school associations on if and how much a player is allowed to accept and still remain eligible for high school competition. But for some reason, USA Basketball has come out and said it did not check with the state association in Alabama before sending Mayori her stipend. Davenport received a stipend worth $857.20, but the Alabama State Association only allows players to accept payments of no more than $250. Both Davenport and the Alabama Association were notified of the mistake, and Mayori sent the money back to USA Basketball, but she was still ruled ineligible for the season, and that decision upheld twice on appeals. As this story continues to pick up steam on social media, countless members of the hoops community have come out in support of Davenport, including ESPN's Jay Billis, who had this to say on the situation.
I mean, there is one person standing in the way, and that's the executive director, Steve Ballmer, and he refuses to rescind this ruling. Rulings in the past have been rescinded, although there has never been anything like this in the history of the Alabama Athletic Association. They've never had a case like this. Steve Ballmer admitted that to me when I spoke to him on Friday. They've never had a case anywhere near like this. But in other eligibility cases, they have rescinded rulings that they've made, and they need to rescind this one. This is a travesty, and it is wrong.
Warriors center DeMarcus Cousins took to Twitter, adding, quote, "What the AHSAA has done to Mayori Davenport is wrong on so many levels that I don't know where to start. I know what this feels like because I was treated like shit by them too. Being a kid from Alabama, I'm with Mayori. Fix this now." Davenport's future college coach Vivian Stringer also had some harsh words for Alabama State Association, saying, quote, "Mayori hadn't done a doggone thing except receive the check from USA Basketball. It was grown-ups' fault, and grown-ups did not lay claim to that. Mayori sent the money back. She's a great kid and a great student. She tried to do the right thing." And then the Alabama Association. Are you kidding me? This girl was up for Player of the Year, All-American. How can you do that? Mayori is still holding out in hopes that she can regain eligibility for the remainder of her senior season, and we are pulling for her to get back on the floor. What are your guys' thoughts on what happened to Mayori? Because I smell bullshit. All right, y'all, moving into our next segment, GTFOH.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
The fuck out.
The Timberwolves say get the F out of here to coach and team president Tom Thibodeau after Minnesota blasted the Lakers 108-86 in front of its home crowd. Tibbs got the boot.
The fuck out.
Wolves CEO Ethan Casson and general manager Scott Layden did the deed, much to the surprise of the former coach. Team owner Glenn Taylor released a brief statement saying, quote, "We would like to thank Tom for his efforts and wish him all the best. These decisions are never easy to make, but we felt them necessary to move our organization forward." In Thibodeau's 2.5 seasons at the helm of Mini, he posted a 97-107 overall record with one playoff appearance. Wolves guard Derrick Rose, who also played for Tibbs in Chicago, was asked about the firing on Monday. Check out what he had to say.
Of course. I mean, everybody deserves another chance. That's how I feel. You give certain people 5, 6 chances, so why not give someone like that another chance? He deserves it, I think, but in this situation, they felt like they didn't need him. They wanted to push forward with something different.
Assistant coach Ryan Saunders, son of the late former T-Wolves coach Flip Saunders, will take over head coaching duties until a hire is made. Although two names have risen to the forefront of the Wolves' early search, one being former Chicago Bulls coach Fred Hoiberg and former NBA star Chauncey Billups. What y'all think? Did Thibodeau deserve to get fired? And who should be the next head coach in Minnesota? Sound off in the comments. Next up, we've got EJ Liddell throwing a lob to himself and makes the dude literally get the F out of the crowd. The 6'6" forward out of Bellevue West High School in Illinois was stuck in no man's land on the break until he realized the backboard was open for business. Liddell, who was signed with Ohio State, put the ball up on the glass and bodied a dude for a two-handed dunk, making the crowd go absolutely bananas. But wait until the end where you can see a fan pick up his jacket and literally leave the gym at the Highland Shootout. And if you listen closely enough, you can hear someone call the play before it even happens. No, not off the backboard.
Going off the backboard.
All right, y'all, here's a heads up on a couple of stories that you absolutely should know about.
Hands up! Hands up!
We dropped a Bronny mixtape. Ballislife.com, the premier provider of high school hoops highlights in the world, has done it again with the ultimate and official LeBron James Jr. mixtape. I want to know, is Bronny league bound like his dad? Let us know what you think in the comments. Next up is the best guard in college basketball still under the radar. St. John's PG Shamorie Ponds might be one of the most dynamic playmakers and scorers in college hoops that isn't getting enough hype. The junior is averaging 20.4 points, 6 assists, and 2.7 steals per game for the Johnnies and has dropped 35 or more points 3 times this season. On Saturday, Ponds scored 37 in a 3-point overtime win over Georgetown. Take a look at our mix of Shamorie.
That dumb shit. Trust.
Last up, but certainly not least, Jamal Crawford adds to his 6-man legacy. In Sunday's game against Charlotte, the 19-year NBA vet rose to second all-time in points off the bench, scoring 16 in the game, placing him at 11,002 for his career, including this crafty bucket.
Got to lower that up a little bit. Look at that move there from Jamal through the legs. Back. That's some nice stuff. Wow.
Crawford trails the #1 spot held by Del Curry, yes, Steph Curry's father, by 145 points. And as of Monday, Crawford has totaled 19,142 points over the course of his 1,298 career games, with 433 games as a starter. I want to know, is Jamal Crawford the best 6-man of all time? Because you can't forget guys like Lou Will, Kevin McHale, Deadlift Shrimp. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. All right, Ballers Life gang, do not fear. LOL segment time is here. Kick it off, Kawhi. First up, Chinsanity takes over middle school hoops tournament. We really have no idea how it happened or why it started, but young Chin has a mean float game and the ability to put the crowd in a frenzy. Chin showed that he's a two-way player as well, forcing top 8th grade prospect Mikey Williams into a traveling violation in a one-on-one matchup. Our guy, that's Dax, commented on IG saying Chin knows what to do with the rock. Good one. We want Chin! We want Chin! Next up, Ryan Broekhoff, NBA player or IT guy. Dallas Mavericks rookie guard Ryan Broekhoff might be the least likely guy you'd say is an NBA player if you saw him on the streets. Oh, nice glasses, Ryan. He played a season-high 22 minutes Saturday, scoring 15 points in the Mavs' loss to the Sixers. If Broekhoff wasn't in the league, what kind of job do you see him holding down? I personally think he looks like a substitute teacher. Last up, Clippers owner Steve Ballmer gets down to Fergie performance. Now, Ballmer is well known as an excitable guy, especially during Clippers games, but his dance moves might need a little retooling. I mean, I wonder if he had a similar outburst during Fergie's national anthem at the 2018 NBA All-Star Game.
Come on! Everybody! Let's do this! Oh!
Well, that concludes today's episode. But before I go, I hope you all know that this show isn't a show without your feedback. We always invite you guys to be a part of the convo, whether it's the first story or the last story that caught your eye. Don't be shy and let us know what you think in the comments. And while you're here, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you can stay in the Ballislife loop. Also, if you missed our last episode and you need to catch up, no big deal. Just click right over here. And if you're a hoop junkie like myself and want to check out our latest baller-ass highlight vids, click right over here. Thanks for keeping it locked on the Heat Check. Until next time, that girl, Kayla Nicole, logging off.